In the late 90s, we were at the dawn of a new millennium, and to bandwagon on that hype, Mazda had a great idea. Out was the 929 and in was this new beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to highlight the long forgotten and underrated Mazda Millenia. This is actually one of my dream cars to own. This might be kind of puzzling to some, but if you know exactly why. I want to note that I'm primarily speaking for the USDM Millenia in this video as well. For the 1995 model year, Mazda decided to switch it up and replace the 929 with the new Millenia as the brand's flagship sedan. While the 929 had been rear-wheel drive, the Millenia was switched to front-wheel drive, which became more traditional for Mazda as a brand in North America anyways. For the USDM market, there was 3 trims you could get: the base Millenia, the Millenia L, which had things like keyless entry, a powered sunroof, and leather seats. But the Millenia S is the cream of the crop, featuring optional heated seats to help my Canadian winters, and best of all, a factory supercharged 2.3 liter Miller Cycle V6 engine. Yes, a factory supercharged Mazda. Unbelievably sick. To summarize what a Miller Cycle engine actually is, just to know, I really don't know either. The intake valves are left open longer and the pistons do move traditionally as they would with a normal internal combustion engine. But while the intake valve is still open, some of the charge is partially expelled out through the open intake valves, which I guess normally results in a drawback in power, but since you have a supercharger added, this kinda suffices this. The biggest advantage of a Miller Cycle engine is that the expansion ratio is bigger than the compression ratio. If you ask me, I don't really see the advantages here, but it is definitely something interesting nonetheless. If you understand why a Miller Cycle engine is better or what the advantages are, please let's chat about it down below because I really don't know much about it. To touch specifically on the top Millenia engine, dubbed the KJZEM, it produced 217 horsepower and 210 foot-pounds of torque, which is really not too bad for the time at all. Precisely, Mazda used a twin-screw supercharger, which is also just super cool. I'm really saddened to see Mazda never went back to something like this. The late 90s and early 2000s was really an amazing time to be a JDM car fanatic. In 2000, Mazda released a new trim above the Millenia S called the Millennium Edition, limited to only 3,000 units with suede seats, a 6 CD disc changer, 17-inch alloy rims, a Bose sound system, and 2 new special colors, Millennium Red Mica and Highlight Silver Mica. 3,000 units is seriously low, and I really wonder how many of these special editions are still kicking around today. Compared to other cars in its class at the time, like the Acura TL or the Lexus ES300, I honestly think the Millenia fits in nicely and is arguably the coolest car in its class at the time, even compared to some of the German counterparts. Superchargers from the OEM also is just cooler to me than a turbo. We don't really see many Japanese cars come from the factory with a supercharger, and for Mazda, I think this was the only time they ever used one. I might be wrong though, don't quote me on that. Let me know down below, guys. Have you had a Millenia? Have you seen one lately? Or is this your first time hearing of this supercharged gem? If you enjoy videos like this, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And guys, I am serious when I say this is one of my dream cars. Like, maybe the only Mazdas I would take over a supercharged Millenia is like an FD RX-7, a Mazda Speed 6, and maybe a Mazda Speed Protege. Other than that, I think the Millenia is in 4th place, but they are seriously attainable. If I find one and I have the money, you best believe I'm buying that Millenia. Guys, if you enjoy videos like this, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.